morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is AutoVision News Radio at AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025 from the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. We are speaking with Lionel Bennes, Lead Product Manager for AVxcelerate at Ansys. Lionel has a PhD and he has served as Lead Product Manager for AVxcelerate products at Ansys, and he has more than 10 years of experience in optical and real-time simulation, mainly in the fields of automotive and AD. He has overseen the design and development of headlamp and sensor products, leveraging a unique combination of real-time rendering techniques combined with physics-based optical simulations. Lionel, welcome to AutoSens and InCabin. Good to see you, friend.
Good to see you, and thank you for welcoming me here. It's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Indeed. So we know that Ansys is known for complex physics simulations. So with that in mind, what is your role then in the wider field of ADAS and autonomous vehicles?
Yeah, I think most people know us for fluent simulation, finite element simulation, anything that's complex and physics.
Yes.
Okay, so we also have a lot of very well recognized leading tool in optical design and design of radar systems, for example. And so most recently we have developed also simulation dedicated for ADAS verification and validation.
Right.
So it's composed of real-time models of sensors in order to really explore what can happen and really test the sensor and the perception that is fed by the sensors. Yeah.
Yes. Lionel, this may be a question that you get asked often, but what are the main advantages then of using real-time physics-based sensor simulation? So it's real-time physics-based sensor simulation compared to real-world testing or other types of simulation?
Yeah, so it's kind of important because there are two parts in the question. So first of all, physics-based. Why do we follow physics? It's very important because when you're testing in simulation, you want that your results will be the same in the real life on the test track. Otherwise, you just lose time.
Right.
Okay. Then why real time? Real time is important because sometimes the whole system is not available for the OEM or Tier 1 as a software version. So there are ways to test still digitally by injecting synthetic signals directly inside of the hardware chip. And for this, you have to follow strict real-time constraints.
Yes.
That's why the combination of both makes a trustable and reliable simulation that you can use to replace real-world testing.
Right, right. And to expand on that, you mentioned the real-time aspect. So why is real-time so important then in ADAS testing?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I mentioned. So without real-time, without the ability to have access to the software version of the perception, really the OEMs, they just are constrained to test on the test track.
Sure.
And if you need to test by nighttime,
right,
you need to wait for the track to be available, for the prototypes to be available. It has to be a sunny day. By switching all this to synthetic testing, it's way more flexible.
Yes.
It can run 24/7, and obviously this is where real-time takes a lot of place, because if you want to inject signal into a real hardware, then you need to make this hardware think that it's in production on the track, that everything is correct, it's real life,
right,
except it's synthetic data.
Right, right. What kind of collaborations exist between Ansys and sensor manufacturers to ensure model accuracy and validation? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, so actually in the simulation there are two things that are important. I already talked about physics-based to simulate the environment, but then there is the sensor simulation itself that is critical. You have to be really accurate and really representative of the real sensor. So we have created an ecosystem of partners that we work with in order to create digital twins of their sensors, so being cameras, radars, lidars, and so on, thermal cameras as well. So we work with them hand in hand. It also helps to create like a three-way relationship between sensor supplier, simulation partner that is us, and the Tier 1s and OEMs.
Right.
It allows them to have a always up-to-date sensor digital twin, so that when they test, they actually test with the final version of what they will have in the real car.
Sure, sure. Lionel, just to go back to your bio for a moment, you're the lead product manager for AVxcelerate, and when it comes to AVxcelerate, how does Ansys and AVxcelerate specifically, how does that help OEMs and suppliers then comply with safety standards and regulation?
Yes, well, at Ansys we have a strong culture about safety. So we have a whole set of tools that are dedicated to define, organize, develop, test and prove the safety of systems.
Sure.
So this goes from requirement engineering to safety test exploration, safety argumentation, construction.
Yes.
And this ends up also inside of the sensor simulation. We have seen the latest regulations, so Euro NCAP 2026 protocol and FMVSS 127, which is the big topic here in the US right now. So those new regulations, they start to take into consideration what may fail in the perception system.
Yes.
So this is why it's very important to allow the OEMs and Tier 1 to anticipate to pass those regulations, being able to test virtually very early on, shift left all their V&V activities, and make sure that the perception system will work as they expect when they are faced with those really complex safety scenarios such as pedestrian AB, nighttime, and so on.
Yes. We've been speaking with Lionel Bennes, lead product manager for AVxcelerate at Ansys. Lionel, from all of us here at AutoSens and InCabin, want to thank you for being with us, sharing your expertise and your insight. Have a great rest of the show, safe travels back home, and I look forward to being able to do this again sometime sooner, hopefully, rather than later.
Yeah, thank you a lot for the interview. It's really great to be here at AutoSens with all the customers and partners. So it was great to see all the community, and thank you again for the interview. Thank you.
Indeed, friend, indeed. From the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit for AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025, I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News Radio.